Good morning, guys. It is Monday, August the 5th. We have numbers of 5 and 25 today. We have no major transits, but we've had a lot of major transits. Yesterday we had a Grand Cross and a T-square, so that energy guaranteed is still going to be rolling in today. And guys, I'm seeing it on the news. It's pretty freaking scary where there's events happening that are changing people's lives, changing their destinies. In fact, a lot of them are dying, and not a lot of them are dying, but a lot of people are being affected by a death, and I can't. This is really hard to process, guys, for me. As a matter of fact, the shootings, the shark attacks, I've been getting messages left and right the last couple of days. I don't always tell you guys, and I don't always have a chance to put them in the readings. Yeah, I was getting frenzy, and what else was I getting? And I'm kind of burnt out because the whole shooting thing really freaked me out last week, especially since it did come out in one of my channeled readings. They channeled me the shootings, and I've recently discovered that how I'm getting my flashes, they come in a clump, okay, but I'm getting key phrases and key words that are directly relevant. I'm not able to distinguish them until after, and I'm kind of getting an idea of how they work, but it really makes me sad that, I have this information, but I can't connect it, and I really can't save people with it. All I can tell you is what's happening and what you're going to see. For now, who knows? Who knows? So I just feel really weird and odd and sad today because I wish I could know more about all the deaths. Okay, and I was going to say something about death too. They're going death, 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 talk about death. Moon in Scorpio is coming up tomorrow. And what do we have? Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow, but we're already in the energy today. The Sun in Leo squaring Jupiter, retrograde in Sagittarius. And what else do we have? Wow. Okay, so the 7th, the Neptune sextiling Pluto, and the Grand Psychic Water Trine. So there's I'm getting that song again. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? The smell of death around you. So it's like there's a lot of deaths on all kinds of different arenas. There's shark attacks, there's beatings, there's shootings, there's overdoses, and these are all relevant to the big transits that are happening. I don't even want to say what I think might be happening this week, but it's got a lot to do with death, not necessarily you dying, but some of you guys might be seeing dead people, be able to talk to them. It feels like the veil is going to be really, really thin, just because the combination of transits that are here. I've been tapped in. A lot of you guys may have known I've been having this headache for the last month, and it's just the upgrade in programming because Aspen didn't work. Nothing worked. I just had to suck it up, and kind of what compounded it was, it being so muggy and humid and hot here in Hawaii. So it's like my brain was steaming. I've been pressure cooked. Okay, so the first card we have is Coffin. It's the number 19, so it's beginnings and endings, which is prevalent right now. Yesterday, I didn't do the horoscope, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a horoscope anymore. I think I may just keep that information for myself, unless you'd like to purchase a copy. You can PayPal me in the details below in the description box if you'd like a digital copy of the horoscope. I'm debating. I will make the video, but I'm not sure if I'll post it or if if I'm going to be requesting donations for that on Patreon. I'm not sure, guys. It's all up in the air. I've got my crown is squeezing. They're really slamming downloads into me right now. It's hard to pay attention. It's difficult to sleep. It's difficult to think right now. Okay, so with these major energies going on, the last one that we had, which we're still in, yeah, because the moon's still in Libra, hasn't quite moved to Capricorn, and the other, okay, the Grand Cardinal Cross, power abuses and leadership. So some of you guys may be choosing to be more humane, others may be opposed. I'm not humane, this is how it is. Rather cold. There's some coldness there. There's doing the right thing and being good and being cold. I just saw 555. And being cold and just doing it anyways. Eyes closed, jumping in, mouth open. Okay, and now I keep seeing the shark. I know there's a lot of shark, but it's cold in that kind of way to where it's instinctual. You almost can't help it. This is what you were born to do. And the thing is, good and bad. Evil is viewed as evil. Like, you know, a lot of people will look at death and go, I hate death, you know. There's yet another word, hate. They were trying to give me that word last week, and I said, no, I don't know what that is. Nobody knows what that is. That's taught to you. That's not something you're capable of. And I really feel like nobody's capable of hate. We use that word to describe how we cannot stand something or cannot stand for something. Okay, and you know, if you guys are watching the news, there's a lot of standing up and facing, or standing up for, as in protection, or protesting. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but all I can say is Uranus is going to be going retrograde. We've got a lot of shit going on, and it's crazy shit. I shit you not. Come the 11th, we've got Mercury going direct. Mercury entering Leo. It's already direct. Then we have Uranus going retrograde in Taurus at 6 degrees, and Jupiter going direct in Sagittarius. So chaos, inner turmoil, inner chaos, having to band together through spiritual love to show our support. I don't know what's coming, guys. I'm sure you can browse around, and there's a lot of people with theories about what's coming, but it's a definite clearing, and it's a clearing of people, places, thing, energies. So that does speak that there's a possibility. We've got quite a bit coming on the earth that's going, a cleansing, a purging, a purification of. Hold on, guys. Okay. But that was really sweet. I had a nice uncle come in here, and he was asking me, oh, what you do? What is that? So I kind of had to explain to him, and ended up like talking his ear off, giving him like my entire method of how I put it together. It's like a combination lock. Spinning each number to come up with the right information, or being able to link it together and interpret it using my intuition, the astrology, the numbers, okay, the energies that are prevalent, and then, you know, using my own intuition, my own psychic prowess, by looking at the cards and seeing what catches my eyes, what phrases appear in my head, because, you know, as soon as I get the one word, my mind is already running all the combinations on the combination lock, all the possibilities related to that one word. It's like brainstorming. It automatically brainstorms. So, you know, I see coffin, and it's number 19. So that's the first thing. It's number 19. So I automatically think death, and then the words keep coming. Death, the end, closing out, not looking back, over and out. Okay, so coffin is like the end of something. Case closed. Situation is closed. Situation is over. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Done. This can also be a physical death. Okay, to where there could have been an accident or an overdose or somebody was murdered. Those kind of extra special messages I get from Spirit. Spirit tells me if there's something pertinent. I am feeling really, really tapped in. My pupils feel slammed open, but they weren't. They were kind of pushing me to do the reading. They're just like, hurry up and get to the reading, hurry up and get to the reading. Oh, okay. And this morning, some creepy shit happened. Now, I always keep my cards right side up just because I'm kind of anal in that way, OCD, you know. I'm that kind of person that puts all their money in denominational order and they're all turned the right way, you know. I was a cashier for many years, so I like my money pretty, right? I like things straight, organized, and orderly. And I do so with my cards every single morning. I shuffle them 3 times and I put them all in alignment here. Now this morning I had picked up this deck and I turned it over to look because with these 2 decks on the front it's impossible to tell if they're upside down or not. So I looked at it and the card was upside down. So I was like, oh shoot. So I turned it the other way and I put it down and I got this feeling that I should look at the first card. So I picked up the first card and I looked at it and it was upside down. I went, what? So I turned over the deck and I slid it all out. And that one card was the only card that was reversed. Guess what card it was? The High Priestess. So it's almost like it stood out in the deck. It wanted my attention. That's a little freaky thing. I don't know how that card got reversed because nobody touches my cards. That really tripped me out. I'm so tapped in right now. I feel like they're going to be giving me more messages. I almost feel like if I relax enough during this particular reading, they're gonna give me what I need. You know, the details. Okay, so without further ado, I'll shut the hell up and get moving. Wow. Yeah, these energies are already coming in. So like I was saying, that song, it's still playing in my head. The smell of death around you. So coffin, beginnings and endings, a physical death, a spiritual death, like an idea has been shut down. Now, it's not necessarily you shut it down or somebody else shut it down. It's just something is done. Something is done, something is over, and something is dead. Okay, so it's time for some new growth because 19 is also, it also equals 10, okay, which is a 1 and the 0. Okay, so something new has to come in to fill the space of the energy of this person, place, or thing that used to be alive or prevalent. Ace of Cups and Prince of Wands. So for some of you guys, Ace of Cups is new beginning in love. For a lot of you, it's self-love. And then we have Prince of Wands, which can be, it's Cancer on the cusp of Leo. It's communication that is either passionate, angry, or aggressive. Well, with the angry with the aggressive. Angry and aggressive or passionate. Okay, passionate can be angry and aggressive, but it can also be loving because we got the Ace of Cups here. This can be communication, and since it's a Wands card, it's an action. Somebody's coming to you, telling you, I love you. Didn't I just say we'd see dead people? Some of you will see dead people. Others might be getting messages. I want to say that frenzy, creepers. I did a reading the other day. I was talking about how, Oh, I just posted it the other day. It was my Lionsgate one because that's where those special transits come in, and I'm very affected by that. So you might be able to speak to somebody, or you might see somebody that has passed, somebody that you loved. For some of you guys, you may have recently lost a loved one. Prince of Wands, rushing, coming to you in a car accident. It looks like there might have been speed involved, but or this could be somebody coming to support you after something has been finished, finito, over. A young son. I love you, Dad. Let us out standing out. I don't know why. Really, really weird. There's a phoenix behind the Prince of Wands in this picture, and he's got his wings spread, but for some reason the blue and the green part, I don't know if that's part of his wings or not. Let me look at this. The blue and the green is catching my attention. I wish I could blow it up like that, right? Like the phone, but that green and the blue on the wings. Green and the blue on the wings. Why is the green and the blue on the inside of the wings catching my attention? Green. Now I'm catching the blue and the green in each one. There's blue and the green. Water. Ocean. Ocean crash. I almost wanted to say ocean liner, which could very well be in there too. What would green and blue be a mix of? That would be a mix of air and water. So it could be inside the wings. I want to say a plane crashed. He was a pilot, or there was a pilot or a passenger that passed speeding. The plane must have been going fast. A fast airplane. Maybe a jet? I don't know. They keep bringing me back to the blue and green in this picture. This could be a celebration of life. This could be... We've got a lot of retrograde energy, so this person could have passed, and there could be some information either in the courts, kind of looking ahead. This case may be coming up, or a particular element of this incident is coming up, either on the news or in the court, or in somebody's personal life. They're needing to concern, counselor, negotiator, courthouse, signing some papers, tall building, sign for the body. Declaring somebody passed. This is almost like somebody's body isn't found. Maybe the blue and the green was swim shorts they were wearing. Dive off the cliff. Off the cliff. Jumped off the cliff. Fell off the cliff. They tried to fly. And it didn't work. I want to say down in flames, but it's not necessarily down in flames, just like it was such a failed attempt, or the attempt, they failed. They failed. This looks like, I want to say, like the airplane took off of a cliff. They tried to fly and then they went down into the ocean. They could have drowned. I'm seeing these hands here. Drowning. They were either overcome with water it feels like the airplane is in the ocean. I keep looking. Look in this Ace of Cups here. I never noticed this before, but those are hands. And that's like, to me it feels like it's up. The card isn't upside down, but you see that, how the hands are up, and it's like they're trying to get to the surface, or their hands are up in surrender, and the water is just all around them. So this feels like death by drowning, or like they were trapped, like they couldn't get their seatbelt off. I was kind of seeing biplane, little one or twin engine plane. Now it's really generic what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the window. They're still strapped in their chair with the hands floating up in the air. Concern and courthouse. Okay, concern would be, it's a number 33. So this is the builder. This is the builder of confidence, the builder of trust, the builder of bridges. So this can be a therapist, a negotiator, a social worker, an advisor, a consultant. And then courthouse has to do with either a tall building, a government building, filing something, a lawsuit, filing something. This feels like somebody's been missing for a while, and they're filing for, they couldn't find the body, but they may have been filed, it may be I think it's 7 years you file for a death certificate. So this could be a filing for a death certificate. Could be that the body was recently unearthed or will be unearthed. Or this could be a cold case where there was a disappearance and somebody's filing for a legal claim of death. Seven of Pentacles, King of this. Frustration. Finally taking decisive action. They didn't want to admit that this person was gone or dead. They had hope, but after so much time, they realized they had to move forward and move on with their life. They could be trying to start a new life after this death, and they may have met somebody that they were in love with, but they were still holding on to this other person. So they're closing this chapter out by filing for a death certificate, having them declared dead after a period of time of being missing. And remember I said 7 years? Here's that 7. Okay, so frustration. Getting up and declaring this done and over after a period of being in limbo and holding out hope. Closing that out. I fought for it for so long. I think it's time I put my sword down and step back. So it looks like they made a definite decision to move forward. Can you clarify, courthouse, please? So there may have been some papers filed for something in order to legally tie something up, or to legally kill something, someone, something, or an idea. This could be like rejecting a bill, or hold on, I'm getting so many mixed messages. Closing out, killing it off, vetoing a bill, or there could be some law. Law, rule, stipulation, courthouse. This could be trying to get a new law or rule or statute or something. There's a filing here. Somebody wants to change something, and it's a proposition in physical form. So this is written or handwritten. A letter of request. A letter requesting that something be finished. For some of you guys, you could be like going, sending letters out to your creditors, you know, asking them to remove that information, you know. Do you have my social security number? I request you remove. I request you show me the original bill, because if you guys don't know, you know, when the people who you owe to, you know, the names that you get on the credit report, after a little while, they turn that information over to a collection agency, and then they go and they file taxes to get that money back. So they get paid, okay? And they pass it on to someone else who think they can collect it and get paid along with that, only to find out that they don't have the original bill, and you did not make an agreement with them. So if you did not make an agreement with them, you do not owe them. Okay, so you may be writing letters to those creditors asking, may I see the original bill? Because I don't remember contracting with you. Okay, look it up, guys. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause for a second, though. Okay, sorry about that. My phone is dying. It was at 15%, so I had to kind of, oops. Look at that. My fairy godmother spray wanted to get into the, they said, you didn't spray me. Okay, fairy godmother. There you go. And because I didn't do that, oh, look at that. Yeah, see, look, she really wants to get in. Okay, Rose Yoga YouTube channel, her company, Miracle Inc. This is her fairy godmother spray. The link to her page and her website should be in the description box below. And this is her special rose tincture essence. This is a major theme. A piece of my timeline crystal broke. What you see, timeline crystal has a couple of crystals growing out of it. I have only one timeline growing off of it right now. So for me, it was very symbolistic. When it broke the other day, a timeline has been fractured. So I took that and I put it in here, because in her essence sprays, she always puts a little crystal. I've got a crystal in here, very beautiful. And in this one, this is made from local Puna rose and black magic rose and the mutable rose. So for me, having all three of those together is the black and white uniting in the gray area. It's about compromise, it's about union, it's about coming together on middle ground where you stand. So I took the broken part of that timeline crystal, which would be the past, the old 3D timeline that we're killing off, and I'm sliding it into the gray area, okay, being at peace, making peace with it, not looking at it as black, not looking at it as white, but an addition to, it's part of your life lessons, why you're here, how you got here, right? Learning how to get along and learning to make peace with the past. And since it's a rose, it's about love and friendship. Okay, so where was I? King of Pentacles, making that decision, frustrated. Oh, consulting somebody, consulting an attorney possibly. Eight of Cups and Princess of Cups. I did say something. Okay, I didn't read this one either. Eight of Cups and Princess of Cups. Yeah, there's been a decision here to close something out. Eight is sacrifice. Okay, it's also walking away from people, places, and things that are toxic. Okay, I just saw 30-30. Okay, creating something new, making space for the new. Okay, so you could have somebody in your life and you are releasing a past trauma or a past heartbreak, or you're releasing something from the past that you couldn't let go of. Okay, you still can't wrap your mind around it, but you've resigned to letting be what is. Okay, and facing the reality that this person isn't ever coming back, whether they left you or whether they passed away. Like I said, going to the courthouse, this could be deciding to sell the estate, deciding to get rid of their belongings, or deciding to have them declared dead. Princess of Cups, learning to love again. Okay, so there's somebody here that was in competition with a ghost for the longest time. It could have enraged them. It could have been they wanted to get with you, but you couldn't let this person go. Okay, Eight of Cups and Princess of Cups, sacrificing the old to make way for the new so you can love afresh. Princess of Cups is like the naive love, okay? In the beginning, when you were born, when you were a child, how did you love? You loved everything and everyone. You were fresh and innocent and naive. You were not poisoned by the manifestations in the physical realm. Okay, you didn't have to pay bills. You were carefree. You loved everybody. Everybody was uncle, auntie, sister, grandma, you know. There was no hard feelings, no anger, no hate. You know, you were sad, but you were sad about things like you dropped your ice cream on the ground, or you laughed too hard and your piece of gum fell out into the dirt, you know. That kind of, oh, we wish it could be that easy again, you know, back in the easy life. So Princess of Cups is like viewing love from a fresh perspective. So you could be, Princess is communication also. So there could have been somebody who was trying to influence you to leave something behind. It could have been done through their actions or through their passion or through a discussion or through a fight. And you decided to move forward and you sat there and you went, well, where am I? Am I getting anywhere by holding on to this old? Okay, is it really old or is it still a fresh wound? It feels like an old wound, though. Water under the bridge. All this retrograde energy could have brought something back up again. What I'm noticing here in the builder, the number of 33. You see how the light shines through yonder window breaks. Yeah, Shakespeare. This is recognizing you need a little bit of advice, or recognizing you can't find a little help. I get by with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends. So this is like hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Your friends are there to support you, and it's finally like, I got it. I need to get rid of this and start fresh. This is done and over. I've been waiting for years, and for years I've been stuck in limbo. No more. I've had enough. I need to walk away from this. I'm going to do it. I'm filing the paperwork. I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to leave myself open to receiving love after being starved of it for a long time. Whether you starved yourself or somebody starved you or a death starved you. Okay, it's time to begin again. Begin again. Finnegan, begin again. Okay, what am I getting? Gibberish. Feeling like a little kid. Gibberish. Gibberish. Self-talk. Coaching yourself. You may be like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, blah, 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 blah. And you may be mumbling. It may sound like gibberish, or you may be talking your spin out loud. I gotta get this, I gotta do that. There's this repeating or convincing yourself. It's like somebody's trying to convince himself here by repetitive talk, self-talk. This can be good or bad. Okay. I'm going to hang on for just a second here because I need to get to this card. We have Nine of Wands reversed. So this is loss of discipline, or it's Nine of Wands. To me, it feels like lockup. Physically locking someone up, physically locking someone in, or physically locking someone out. It's reversed. A forced release. Okay, I hear Engelbert Humperdinck again. Please release me, let me go. So this can be at a funeral. This could be, you know, we might be seeing this in cold case. There might be some legislation coming up for something about an abuse case. There's a relationship where somebody was basically held hostage. I don't know, you know, they claim they love you and they end up killing you. It feels like a cold case and somebody's filing. Maybe there's some new evidence that comes up, or they finally have a new suspect, or somebody confesses, or they reopen a case that was deemed an accident, or there was a wrong cause of death listed on the death certificate, and now somebody's moving to change it, or somebody's moving to reopen the case. This could be kidnapping. Holding someone hostage. I'm still getting that very, very strongly. A TRO. I was getting that too. Like somebody was basically getting away with something, possibly getting away with murder. They're not locked up, and somebody's trying their best to get some justice for I want to say Deanna, but no, could be at Deanna, could be Indiana. This could not only be a cold case, but this could actually be a new case. I mean, you know, in 2 to 3 days, we could see this happening. Somebody wanted to leave, somebody wanted to end the relationship, but then you have a person who is crazy, crazy in love with you and won't let you leave. Honestly, I don't see a killing. Although there is that distinct possibility, but I don't have that card here. What I have is somebody who's held for hostage or held for ransom, and they're not being let go of because somebody's too attached to them for some reason. They claim to be passionately in love with them, but they're holding them back. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a physically holding them back. This can be a mentally or a verbally holding them back because of, what do we got? We got water and we got wands. Okay, so that's water and fire. That is, what is water and fire together? Steam. Blowing off steam. So it's kind of like this couple, it was hot in more ways than one. There was a lot of passion between them two. When things were good, they were hot. And when things were bad, there was a lot of explosive to the boiling point temperament. Somebody couldn't handle. They couldn't handle themselves. Okay, and one person decided they wanted to leave. And they probably have a daughter, a young daughter, or they have a child together. She or he may have consulted an attorney trying to figure out how to get out of this relationship, or this could be not necessarily an attorney. This could be like seeking help from an older male, an uncle, a friend, a brother, your father, a builder of trust. A builder of trust for help to escape. Sacrificing the daughter. There's something going on here to where the young girl has been sacrificed in some way. Either this was a young girl that passed, the baby, or the daughter, or in addition to, there's been some kind of filing where the daughter was taken away, or either the daughter passed away or was taken away. Could be CPS, could be by the person that you're in a domestic fight with, and they could be using the court system to terrorize you. Okay, so the first thing they want to do is they want to put a restraining order on you and steal the daughter out from under you, because that would be power tactics to hit you in your weak spot, take away what you love, since you're taking away your love from them, or that's how they're viewing it. Wow, this is fucking crazy. Mass TROs is what I just heard. So it feels like there's going to be a bunch of filings in order to keep somebody away from somewhere, something, a person. I'd heard Estoppel a couple days earlier. An order to cease and desist, Estoppel, TRO. I don't know what all the legal terms are, but basically you're halting. Granting a temporary, what is that? Granting a temporary ceasefire. This is a temporary ceasefire. Or it's something that's going to take the stress off you for a minute, to allow you to catch your breath and to be able to move forward. I want to know a little bit more about. Okay, well that's a lot of. You know what? That's a lot of cards. Let's try this again. Can we clarify the sacrifice here? Yeah, somebody may have to sacrifice a young child, or your daughter may have been sacrificed, or your daughter became a sacrifice, not by choice, but It was somebody's daughter, the daughter being taken from the mother. Yeah, look at that. Okay, adjudication, King of Pentacles. So in the one that's a cold case that's coming up again, or the one that somebody's trying to pursue in court for something, okay, they're frustrated, they needed an advisor because they didn't know what else to do. They decided to move forward, and then there's adjudication. So there's a waiting period where you're waiting to see if there's enough data or evidence or paperwork, or if there's enough integrity for this to move forward, to become something, or to amount to something, or to begin to investigate something, looking for answers. Do I have enough here to look somewhere else for an answer? Adjudication 30. And I do believe I said I saw 30 earlier, right? Okay, so new information. And the Lovers fell out on this. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, there's going to be a looking for new information, trying to see if this person was pronounced dead, somebody is a suspect, and a case is either being reopened, or they're looking at a new avenue, trying to find new information, or a new avenue based on new information. Can you clarify adjudication, please? Moving forward with new evidence, or looking for new evidence. Okay, no touching. Cuff on it? Really? Wow, these cards are tripping me out today. Big time. Not that they don't trip me out normally. Okay, so adjudication. King of Swords reversed and the Moon reversed. Suppressing the action. Or you're trying to see if there's a decision to release some information, because the Moon would be secrets of the unconscious. Yeah, it's reversed. Okay, so it's like there's a secret here. It's reversed. So we're waiting to see if we can release this information, or if there's King of Swords is also reversed. King of Swords is decisive action. It's a decision in the mind, but it's not a physical action of the decision. Okay, that would be the King of Pentacles. Now, both of these, wow, yeah, adjudication. You're waiting to see if there's enough information to pursue something. Okay, and yeah, can this information be released? You don't know if this information will be released, or if there's other information that needs to be released. There hasn't been a decision yet. It's still up in the air. So it looks like you're waiting. You're still kind of hanging in the balance for some new information to come through. Okay, now I don't know where the Hermit came from, but I think it's I'm pretty sure it's clarifying the Lovers. No, this came out with this, but it's separate over here. The Hermit is, oh, okay, yeah, it does definitely. This is the only time I use this deck, so this had to have come out with here. The Hermit is the right side up. It's 9. Okay, so it's about putting the puzzle pieces together. So there's some serious analysis here to some new information, and whether it should be released, whether it's relevant. Yeah, there's some new evidence being considered in a case. They're considering whether or not to release the information, or whether it's pertinent to go ahead and disclose and make a new arrest, or disclose, reveal that something was hidden or unknown up until this point. The Lovers. Okay, 23, 8 of Cups, Princess of Cups, the Lovers. Gemini energy. So the daughter could be a Gemini. There could have been CPS pertinent in your life over and over again, and you could have had to court because you had to go to court because this person used the court system against you to make you suffer, and it wasn't right. Okay, and this was a habit. It was like power plays. They tried their best to keep you down, to take away from you, to try and make you suffer. They weren't making the right choices. They saw themselves as a victim, and you kept doing to them, so they felt like it was their right to punish you. Well, they're not God, okay, and they're not your judge. Somehow they were thinking that they could, you know, they tried everything in their power and they succeeded. They probably took your children from you, or they could have taken a pet from you, or some kind of, they took advantage of you and used the legal system to slap you in the face. This could be Mauna Kea too. This could be a Gemini that you're dealing with. The Lovers is attached at the hip. So yeah, it could literally be the baby was yanked from the mama's arms. So it doesn't physically mean that the child is a baby. This could be an adult children with the transits that are going on. You see, the Lovers is also about choices and temptation and doing the right thing. So there was this repetitive, somebody kept using the system against you. You could be a Gemini. 15. You've got to refile. Appealing the custody of. What was I going to say? Alchemy. Making magic. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, there could have been repeated filings because somebody's in victim mentality. Of course, the one who's in victim mentality could possibly be a Virgo, because the shadow side Virgos are the ones that go right to victim mentality. Virgo and Pisces, you know, they're opposites of each other, but Virgo is the one who would be more apt to say, I'm the victim here, and Pisces, they don't really say anything, but they are the victim. They might be like, but Pisces is more accepting. They would just cry and then admit to it later, where the Virgo would be crying about, they did this to me. So, you know, there's that same, because they are opposites, but really they're more alike than they know. They kind of complement each other. So at the core they're same, but the details are different. So I feel the Virgo attached to this. And there's the Hermit, Virgo energy. So this could literally be on this. Remember I said I wasn't sure where this was attached to? It's kind of down here. Maybe that's because it was for both. That's kind of how my cards work. So yeah, there's Virgo. There's a Virgo in play here and a Gemini in play here. Then we get message. Message is a positive thing. Okay, this is communication. And, you know, like this is Gemini right here. Gemini is third house, so they are about communication. But this could also be about phone calls and text messages, letters. Oh, this could be awakenings too. You see the number 7 at the top. So this could be like love letters, or this could be about business partnerships, although I haven't seen anything really truly about business. This has been mostly about personal and domestics. So the message and the communication, and they keep telling me Gemini. Okay, so message. There may be, you may have to say hi to a couple of people. If you've been busy, yeah. 2 people from the 6 of Swords, 2 people from the past. Or this could be communication about a past lesson, like, you know, this ex-love relationship, or this having to go to court. Now, when I do these readings, guys, I'm not doing a whole storyline. What I'm doing is this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening. For some of you guys, it's all three. For others, it's just this that's happening, and this is happening to someone else. But at the basis, at the very core, there is pertinent messages for all of you. Okay? So message, 6 of Swords. You may be realizing that you have to let things go. Okay, 6 of Swords is past karmic lessons. Okay, things that you've gone through that when it came down to it, you've finally asserted yourself, stood your ground, and demanded respect, or you demanded of yourself to respect yourself, finally. Okay, so lesson learned. This could be an apology letter coming from prison. I'm sorry I did that to you, because as you know, when people do go to jail or they go to prison, sometimes they see the light. Sometimes they get spiritual. And then sometimes it's part of their rehabilitation where they have to go through therapy and write apology letters, or the judge may have ordered somebody to write an apology letter. That could be part of their sentence or terms. That's a new rule being imposed on them. Check-in. I hear check-in. This could be thinking about somebody who's been missing for a while. Okay, they were kind of locked up and put away. So you could be reaching out to somebody who you haven't spoke to in a long time, or you could suddenly get a message out of the blue, a text message that says hi. So there's this theme of checking in with fill in the blank. Okay, and Gemini kept screaming out to me, so it's like checking in with friends. So a lot of you guys, drop your friends a note, just say hi. If you can't spend more than 10 minutes, at least shoot them a text, what's up, thinking about you, good morning, open it up. Just send a word just to let them know that you're thinking of them. You don't have to say, hey, I'm thinking about you obsessively, but just basically, one word will do. Hi, how are you? Or even, my favorite is, I like the little, I can't remember which one it was. It was a heart, and it's a dog in the heart waving hi like this. That's, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, so I'm still seeing that gif. Hi. So this is somebody from the past too. That could be, surprise, surprise, I'm back, or surprise, surprise, how have you been? Haven't talked to you in 20 years. So it's definitely somebody from the past that you're encountering. Either you're thinking of them and you shoot them a message, or they shoot you a message in some kind of way after a period of limbo. Okay, Hangman is being stuck. Okay, it's not going anywhere. It's in suspended animation. It's also limbo. So there could have been a person, a place, a thing. This feels like a friend or a family member, or somebody coming back from the past. This is like a surprise out of the blue. Hey, how are you? Kind of deal after your relationship went stagnant or died off. Because there's people you talk to every day, right? And then there's people you talk to on a weekly or a monthly basis. And then there's those people that you send a Christmas card to every year. You never forget, but you have that once a year communication. This feels like, and the thing is, it goes in stages. You have people in your daily life, and as you meet new people, the ones that don't really resonate with you, you spend less and less time with them. You still check in with them, but as you move through the ages, through your ages and through your stages, you're always leveling up. So you meet new people, they come in, they become more important in your life, And then, you know, other people who you're out of touch with, most likely because they don't live in the same town and city, and they're not on your mind. They're not present front and center. Okay, so somebody is tapping into... For some of you guys, with the Hangman, with the 12th house, this may be somebody that had passed away. Do we have the Moon card here? Yeah, Moon card reversed. So you could be having dreams about this person that passed away, or about this person that no longer exists, or about this relationship that no longer exists. Okay, so it could be, you could have had a dream that this, like initially with this person that died, and there's a filing to legally file them dead. You could have had a dream about them, and they could have said, stop waiting for me, I'm gone, you need to carry on. Okay, so the message is in the dream, okay, and it's a lesson that you have to learn. They're telling you in this dream, look at that big moon hiding behind the trees, okay? There's healing energy, but this tree that you've been hanging yourself on from, this root, this basis that you've been holding yourself to, let yourself down. Cut it down. Let yourself down and feel the sunlight on your face. Here comes the sun. For some of you guys, this is your sun coming back. After they were kind of in limbo for a while. Or this could be you communicating with somebody, hey, are you coming back? Or somebody saying, hey, I'm coming back. Oh, I just thought of something. I wanted to say, fuck. Okay. A little bit more clarification on the Hangman here. Occupation. For some of you guys, occupation is what you love doing. That's 2 sevens in one statement, guys. Okay, so there's a partnership hanging in the balance here. Could be a business partnership. Could be a twin flames relationship. Occupation is your chosen profession, what you love doing, not what you have to do. So for some of you guys, you may be stuck in a job. You may have had to walk away from it, and after a period of not knowing what to do, you're finally getting this inspiration, and you begin to do something that you love. You're hot on the trail, okay? You know this is good for you, and oh, yes! Maybe it comes in a dream. Maybe somebody reminds you that you used to do this, and then you realize you have to pick it up again, because with all this retrograde energy, 1 year ago, some things that you may have had ideas on, that you were stopped by some kind of personal thing that diverted you or distracted you. Now you're coming back to what you used to love doing. You're finding yourself again. This is a beautiful reading, and a really long one too. We're already at an hour. What can I tell you? Things are getting crazy. Can we get a word of affirmation, please? Just one card, please. Can we get one card of affirmation? Okay, and we do not read oracle cards upside down. Moon cycles, beautiful. What a beautiful card. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. Just gorgeous. I love this deck. Okay, moon cycles, Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. Very well said, because back on July 16th, we had the full moon in Capricorn, okay? That is about capitalizing. And now we just had the new moon in Leo, so that can be, you know, that can be fame. Capitalizing on your fame, capitalizing on popularity in some kind of way, and capitalizing on the love, the things that make you feel loved, loving yourself the best. Okay, so one way is to pay attention to how the moon moves. Blue. This card is really, really blue. So the blue and the green was standing out to me on another card over here. So that would be like Pisces, Aquarius. And that's actually our two next full moons. The next full moon is August 15th. So that's about 10 days away. So we're right about to get into that energy of the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, no wonder there's a lot of blue. And then after that, on September 13th, there is the full moon in Pisces. So maybe the death that I was looking at, where is it? Oh, yeah. Right here. It was the Prince of Wands, okay? They kept drawing me to the blue and the green together. Okay, so this person could have been, you know, Pisces or Aquarius or a mix or on the cusp, or this could be happening between that time, which would be, what was that, February, March, or it could have happened back in February and March if it was in the past, or it's going to be happening right around the time or in between these two moons, between August and September. This could be happening, or they could have a birthday. Okay, so moon cycles, be very, very aware. Notice how it affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize. Oh, yeah, the full moon in Aquarius coming up on August 15th. This is a continuation. So back on February 4th, we had the new moon in Aquarius. So this is good for manifesting. Be very, very careful with your intentions. With the other transits that we have going right now, and this is an outer planet transits. Very, very important. Okay, so be honest, have integrity, and come from a place of love as you place your intentions. Okay, because this could be a really vicious cycle, or this could be a magical manifesting cycle. Okay, so do pay attention where the moon is, and I always do that. I think I told you guys right when we got on. The moon is about to move into Scorpio, but the moon is still in Libra. I always mention that. So the fact that this is blue says something special to the moon in Aquarius. So there might be something special happening, or you can make something magical happen right around that time. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.